Hi everyone, my name is Mackenzie Jackson. I'm one of the Workday integration consultants here at the Groove. So I'm first going to go over a couple of Workday delivered connector updates. I will note there are a ton of updates for very specified Workday integration connector templates. So if you do use any very specific ones, I would encourage you to go to the release notes and see if one of those are in there. But I'm going to focus on a couple of common ones that we see in a lot of Workday customers. So the first thing I'm going to focus on is HCM payroll connectors, mainly payroll connectors for this release. So the master tax filing integrations now allow you to update SUI hours worked by a worker at the deduction level. I do want to note this is only for the quarterly tax filing, but that is now an update that is allowed. And then for three Workday integration templates, the import external payslips, the external payroll documents, and the external payroll results inbound integration templates, you are now allowed to specify a payroll vendor. So if you use a payroll vendor and you're using these integration types, you're now allowed to specify that. Moving over to our finance and procurement connectors, for our supply chain management, the expected ship dates on the EDI 855 purchase order acknowledgements now allows you to see the ship dates for all acknowledged order lines, not just the back ordered ones. So you can see it for all of them now. And this is a great new feature because it's now going to allow you to use a single field for the supplier shipping data for your reporting and analytics. It also is going to allow you to improve your inventory planning and buyer visibility by displaying the supplier provided ship dates on the purchase orders and any reports they use. So that is a great feature that you now will be able to see all those ship dates for all of those items and not just the back ordered ones. Then for the automatic availability of enhanced security for the credit card accounts, files, and transactions. So if you use one of the Amex credit card templates or the MasterCard or Visa, you now don't have to opt in for the enhanced security. It's going to be automatically available because they've updated the templates with the most recent web services. So this is going to provide the most updated and improved security for more granular control over your credit card related data. That includes the billing accounts, the credit cards, and those transactions. I do want to note some of these updates are automatic, but for most of them, for any of these templates, you do want to test those in a sandbox preview, a sandbox tenant, or implementation, and really test these files and make sure that if you're using an inbound one, that you get a test file from the vendor and make sure that that new feature works correctly when you load a file. And then if you're sending one, maybe check with your vendor to see if you can send a file and they can review it, that it'll be loaded correctly before you push these to production. So now I'm going to move over to Orchestrate and discuss that. So I know that Orchestrate has been a big buzzword, and we are seeing orchestrations be used more and more with new implementations, with new AMS clients that are coming from just going live and have orchestrations. So I know it says on here that we're seeing those used instead of outbound EIBs, which is the biggest place we're seeing it, but we're seeing these for inbound integrations, APIs, really everything. So, and the reason you're seeing this is because orchestrates allow you to enhance speed and agility with better error handling. It's a modern low code integration experience. It has better efficiency and performance. And the biggest thing I want to say is that it allows you greater scalability and future proofing. Workday is moving towards orchestrations more and more each day. They're improving it, they're changing it, they're making it more user friendly. So you're going to see this more and more. And so now you're like, okay, orchestrations, what do I do? What do I need to use it? Well, Orchestrate is now available to all Workday customers. So I am going to walk you through how you can set that up for yourself. So Orchestrate for integrations now has self-service activation. You're not going to have to reach out to your Workday rep to get this set up, which there will be a link posted to a forum post that has a video and that will share exactly step by step how to do this. But you're able to do this for yourself. So to be able to access the developer site and build these integration apps, you would have to opt in to Innovation Service Agreement, which is within your production tenant. You would then complete the Maintain Workday Build company for Orchestrate for Integrate. You would then log into the developer site and add your users, which would be your developers who could be creating orchestrates and who is going to maintain them. You would then need to update your security policies to make sure that the orchestrates work correctly within your tenant, and then you can start building. So on the screenshot shown, you can see this is what the developer site looks like. Now, the developer site is new, you've never seen it. So, something really great about the developer site is you're able to go to the menu and actually see a learning tab. Now, it has a getting started and tutorials. So, the getting started will actually take you to the two getting started tutorials below. So, the first one is just getting started with the Workday developer site. It's just going to allow you to dip your toes in and kind of see where everything is within this site. It's new, you don't know where things are, so it's going to show you exactly where everything is and how to walk through it. Then the next tutorial is getting started with Orchestrate. It's going to show you the build space for where to build an Orchestrate, explain to you what all the pieces to build an Orchestrate are, and then it's going to walk you through how to build a very simple Orchestrate to kind of get your toes wet and see how that works. There are then more advanced Orchestrate tutorials that you can go through, and then there's also a documentation and developer forum link that will take you to more documentation on orchestrates and a developer forum where people talk about new ideas and things like that.